This video is about actions, level triggers and panels in the original System Shock. The topics described in this video are the foundation to make a level and the game come to life. For this I'm using the tools from the deck package of InkyBlackness in version 0.9.1. Future releases might have a different interface, yet the concept remains the same. Up until now I have described elements of the engine and level structure which are non-reactive. But in order to do things like changing the lights, receiving an email or jettisoning a grove, something additional is needed. This additional feature of the engine comes in the form of actions, which can do all of these things and more. The full list of actions is described in the unofficial specifications document of InkyBlackness, and I highly recommend to read up on all of them. In general, actions are activated for 3 reasons. When they are part of a specific panel level object, such as a button, that the hacker has to actively use, when they are part of a trigger level object from the class of markers, which are activated under special circumstances, or when they are activated through another action, allowing the creation of action chains, which you can find very often in the original game. As a first example, I want to avoid having to restart the engine every time I extend the archive in order to try it out. For this I am placing an emergency button which will perform a special action. Actions of type change state open up a further category from which I select return to main menu. This action has no further parameters, so it's already set up. Let's try this out. Next up, I want to have a new game in this museum to start in the atrium, not at the hard-coded location. For this I'm using a marker object of type level entry trigger. Such a trigger is activated whenever a hacker enters the level, including the first time on game startup. I can place this trigger object, like all others, wherever I want. They are invisible. Some triggers do have a relationship to where they are put though. I use the target tile in order to have a visual clue on the new starting location. The action type of this trigger is a transport action. There will be an entire video on transportation options. For now we focus on only placing a hacker in the atrium. Actions have a property called use quota. If the quota is not 0, the value is decremented each time the action is executed. Should the quota reach 0 this way, the object containing the action is removed from the level after the final execution. We will be adding travel between levels in a later episode, so we want to avoid being put into the atrium every time we return. We only need this once, when the game is started. Since we don't have transportation right now, this isn't needed at all, but better set it up now instead of forgetting about it. Actions may also be constrained by a condition. Only if the condition is met, the action will be executed. There will be a separate video on conditions. Let's try this out. To summarize, there are many actions supported by the engine and they make the game come to life. Actions are typically activated through panels by the hacker, through triggers based on circumstances, or through other actions. Read up on all actions and their capabilities in the unofficial specifications document. Always keep a backup of your files and don't forget to salt the fries.